your marketing isn't working because it can't. Whether that's social media marketing, SEO and organic tactics, pay-per-click, or any kind of paid ads, those can't perform on a business that isn't optimized. I have been where you're at, and you're feeling discouraged, overwhelmed, maybe not good enough to compete in the current climate in your space. Maybe the competitors have figured something out that you haven't. They have access to some secret you don't have access to, tools that you aren't aware of, or sometimes people think, well, maybe people are out here just lowballing the same thing that we offer our customers, and they've found a way to just do it for cheaper and to acquire more business, maybe more high volume, low margin type of tactic. You need to relax. That's not what's going on. That's not the case. There is no need for you to be overwhelmed. There is no need to feel discouraged or like you're failing, or like somehow the competitors in your space have figured out something that you don't know how to figure out. The good news is that's not it. Look, today more than ever, there is so much fucking noise out there online, and whether we want to admit it or not, we all spend way too much time on social media, typically, at least for business owners and entrepreneurs, consuming content around business of some kind. So maybe just around the business that we're in, or listening to all these online gurus on how to grow, scale, market, advertise, create brand awareness, how to do better in your business. And it's always their way, and they'll even tell you, everybody's kind of getting famous by bashing one way and trying to sell you on another. So, it's all about paid ads, nothing else. Paid ads is dead. You need organic. Social media is where you need to be. Everyone is yelling in your face, yelling in your ears about what you need to do. But these are people who are trying to make money off of you in what I call BS businesses. So you would think I was saying bullshit businesses. And I kind of am. But what it really is business supporting businesses. So marketing agencies, advertising agencies, any business out there that makes money on offering other businesses services to try and support or grow their business. Let's call those BS businesses, and it works both ways. Business supporting businesses or bullshit businesses. They are all out here telling you that what you need is them and that they can solve your problem. You pay them, you listen to them, you get weeks, months, years down the road, and nothing's changed. Although it may look like it on the surface, we have, they send these reports, they show more traffic, they're showing more visits to the website, they're showing more phone calls, they're showing more emails, they're showing more leads coming in, okay? But you're not seeing it in the bank account. You're just really busy and becoming more and more broke or not profitable. And that's because what these BS businesses don't tell you, and what they omit, because they wouldn't be the ones to do it for you anyways, is that if your business isn't optimized, then their services really can't help you. In fact, all it's going to do is bring more eyes to your unoptimized business. The real truth that I wish everyone knew, and what these BS businesses would be really smart to incorporate into their model, would be that over 99% of businesses today are not even operating at 65% of optimal performance in any area, not any one area of their business, let alone 100%, which is where you should strive to be. So again, marketing does work, and it is important to use and to utilize as a tool in your business at some point, but not in a business that has leaks. Not in a business operating at 65% of what 100% of the capability for better performance is in an area. In order to grow from just bringing more traffic to your business, and look, this is fact, no matter how you want to look at it, you have to be able to convert more visitors to leads than you did yesterday, more leads into sales than you did yesterday, and more sales into higher value transaction amounts than it was yesterday. Whatever your average transaction value was prior, it must be increased. Otherwise, you're in a position where revenue is up, profit is down. Chaos is up, clarity is down. Busy is not growing business. Adding more traffic is only going to expose and exacerbate all of the leaks in your business. Listen, if you ignore this, that is the definition of insanity. Okay? Consuming tens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of hours of content on how to grow your business, always looking at the next best thing outside of your business to grow, sitting around waiting for a savior to pay who's going to save your business. Okay, all this is going to get you is exactly where you're at right now, just a little further down the calendar, a little more overwhelmed, a little more stressed, and a little less successful. If or when you embrace this truth and you realize that the growth that you're desperate for, the growth that your business needs, is going to happen from within the business and not outside of it with the help of somebody else and paying for their services, that's the moment that you're going to reconnect with your business. Listen, you started this business from a thought, an idea, a dream, a vision. You took it from something that was just a simple idea in your head and turned it into a full-fledged operational business. Whether it's just you as an owner-operator or you have an entire team of staff that you're helping provide for, give income to, and help put food on their families' tables, and creating a network or a community of people you care about and love. Okay? You created this from scratch. And now you're in a place where you're just confused and you're buying into the bullshit and all the noise online of this is what you have to do to grow your business, and if you don't do this you'll fail, and the guy next to him says that what he's doing is failure and what he has is truth, and you could just keep going down the line. Turn all the noise off. Look inside your business. Be honest and humble, okay, about really auditing each area in the business and scoring it and then optimizing it and then making it something you can repeat. Okay? Business owners who embrace this truth will often 2x, 3, 5, 10x their business in not years, not even months, generally weeks, if not even days. The biggest impact you can have on growing, expanding, and scaling your business is by something you do yourself inside of the business, not something outside. And anything outside that, yes, can be helpful at some point down the road, cannot work on a business that still has work to do on the inside. So here's what you need to do. Stop shopping for agencies or an outside service. Stop shopping around for BS businesses. Okay, stop paying any of the BS businesses you're currently paying. Map out your customer's journey from discovery to receipt. So from the moment that, how do they discover you online? So your Google business profile, your social media accounts, your website, okay, all the way through customer intake, bids, quotes, estimates, prices, the transaction, how you finish that transaction. You need to look at the entire customer journey from finish to end, and then pick one area, the area that's going to have the largest impact, the quickest on revenue, okay, and then take a honest and humble look at that area and ask yourself, out of 100% of how this area could be performed and operated every single day, what percent is it currently at? If I didn't have the normal pressures of life when I'm in the thick of it during the day and I'm taking that call when I didn't expect to, or handling that customer when I didn't plan on doing it, I was in the middle of something else. When you step back from that and you were to almost imagine if you were explaining the process to somebody else who was curious about how you run your business, and you're going to explain it in a way that sounds really great, which is what your intentions are. But what we know is that's not true to how you do it all the time. when you're being human and in the thick of it. So explain it, take a step back and explain it like you're explaining it to somebody else. Oftentimes it only takes one try. The way that you're going to describe what that perfect interaction is really is perfect. It would be 100 out of 100. You need to write that down, okay, or put it in some kind of reusable format and insert it into your business for your team, your staff, your employees, or for yourself if it's just you as an owner-operator, and use that every single day. Once you've done that, you step back again, you look at the entire journey and all the areas within that journey you mapped out, earlier. Pick the next lowest hanging fruit that makes the biggest impact after or second to the one you just finished, and start on that one. Same thing. Take a step back. Don't explain to yourself in your head how it goes on a normal basis or try to justify why it goes that way. Explain it like you have all the time in the world and what the ideal situation would be. And again, it's going to be 100 out of 100 every time. Map it out, write it down, put it in an SOP, okay? Insert it back into the business so that it's usable, user-friendly, that it's repeatable. And you do this until you get to the very end of the line. What you will have is a 100 out of 100 optimized business that now, if you still feel it's necessary, is 100% worth paying somebody else, paying a BS business to bring more eyeballs and to bring more traffic to your company. You're not a failure. You don't need to be discouraged. You're not different. You're not unique. You're trying to survive in what is the last month of 2025 and going into 2026, where everyone and their mother has access to a camera like this and is all over the internet telling you that I have the secret tool for your success. I have the only tool, and if you don't use it, you're fucked. And when you hear that over and over and over and over again, you are what you eat. You will start to believe it. Well, you need to change that. You need to figure out what to do to unbelieve that shit. Okay, and realize you're not behind. Okay, you're right on time. It's not that you don't know what to do. You built the damn business from scratch, from an idea. Nothing you do today moving forward will ever be as hard as that was when you took a dream in your mind and turned it into a real, tried and true, sustainable company or business.